Let's go to the spot. Okay, starting to pull back. All right, so okay, I'm live. Good morning. Good morning. Anybody on with me this morning? Let's see here. I need to delete that line here. Clean the chart up some. Always got previous supports and resistance. Oh man, the market is liking this new trade deal with China. So let's see what the market give us today. I'm gonna hold on to my golden box. Well, I'll take that out. I'll move that too. Let me just do this. Clean up. Move this. Move that. Just clean the chart up and start over. What is this? Clean that. All right. All right. So we have a gap up. We gapped up from Friday's sideways. It moved. Wasn't a whole lot of action going on Friday. Of course, you could have made some money on it, but could have made some money on a pull this some puts right here. And it just went sideways. I ended up making only $53. Didn't really get in. It was choppy. It wasn't really, I won't say necessarily choppy. It just wasn't nothing. Yeah, of course you can make money in that, but smart money make a lot of money in those trades like that. But now we got good news, some good news with um with let's see this here with China and the U.S. and these tariffs. These tariffs, they had a 90-day pause, and they've agreed to lower on both ends. U.S. and China agreed to lower um, the tariffs on one another, and so the market the markets are liking that at the moment. But there's other news catalysts that's on the table. We got CPI and PPI coming up this week. So, but this is good. Even crypto doing really good right now. Let me go here. Yeah, look at that. Up. Bitcoin up 104,000. So that's pretty good. Bitcoin is up. Um, Link and Lindo, Solana. Look at Solana, man. Um, Ada, Sui. Now Sui is one of my favorite. I love Sui. I trade Sui a lot. I like Sui. Look at Sui. Man, Sui, I've made I've made some really good money off of on Sui. Trading Sui. I like Sui, and I like me personally. I like Solana. Or these are the ones that I usually trade the meme coins when meme coins really kind of come back and pump. Matter of fact, let's look at the crypto bubble real quickly. And yeah, look at that. Everything green. Mostly green for the day. Look at that green and for the red for the week, the month. Yes. So I'm liking what I'm seeing. I like what I see concerning crypto coming back. Um, hopefully, uh, I get back into some more meme coin uh, trades. Look at this. MOG up 112%. That peanut back up 155%. So I see a lot of good momentum coming back into meme coins. And so we might be cranking that back up real soon. If we could continue this momentum, we can make some, boy, we can make a lot of money on crypto. All right, so I like what I see in the crypto bubble for the daily. This is the day, this is the week, and the month. Yes, yes, peanut up 190%. 90%. MOG up 147%. Look at that. All of this. So crypto starting to look better. A whole lot better. All right, but let's get we trading options this morning. I like Nvidia. Nvidia doing pretty good this morning. It gapped up. Matter of fact, let me go to let me do this. Yeah, look at that. If you can see this, let me wind it out on the daily. I have two targets. I noticed a lot of this is confusing to some, but just notice these two green lines. I have price target 1, the bottom one, price target 2. We are now at price target 2. So I'm getting ready to start taking some profits on some long term or some leap options that I'm in with Nvidia. I'm looking at the bottom down here, the of the MACD. The MACD, yeah, still look pretty good. Um, the RSI looking really good. Look like we can get a little run up. I might have a little bit more time. I'm expecting it to get smacked down, you know. But I'll talk about this in a little. I'll talk about this a little later before we finish day trading. So let's go back to the SPY. But I want to show you some. I'm going to share with you all some things about the difference when it comes down why why I like or love rather. I love leap options. I make more money on leap options than I do with day trading. I do good with day trading, make money, but is it can be a little tense and stressful sometimes when you're dealing with day trading. But leap options, I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. Um, and you can make some money. So we hit a resistance on the so far we hit a resistance. That first, see it right here. You see over here to the right, I have price target 2. I don't know why I can't see it. All right, yeah, you got price target 2, price target 1, and so it hit my price target 1, and it's already kind of pulling back, which I'm okay with that. I would like to sell it or sell half of my contracts when it get above this red line right here, which is the 200 moving average, or it might bounce off, hit it, pull back to at least 118. So I don't know. I'll keep an eye on it. But I'm gonna share something that I feel. I mean, that once I show it, when I share it with you, you're gonna see that I don't care if it fall back. I don't care if I get close to my expiration date, real close. Oh wait, let me just rephrase that. I do care, but there's something in place that you can protect your long-term investment, even in leap options, way before the expiration date, or even close to the expiration date. If you're down, I'll talk about that later. So let's go and look at the charts on SPY, um, because it's just now about 15 minutes in, and I want to start charting here now. I want to start drawing out some lines, see if we can get in here. Let me go back to 5 minute here. Now I'm going to change the 5 minute. I want to put it on the 15-minute time frame. I think we already, let's see here. Let's see if we're going to find support right here, because I do see support right here on the 15 minute. See that it ran up and kind of pulled back right here. Let me take the VWAP band off for now. See how we have this gap from here to here? It gapped up, which gives leans towards going higher. It could possibly come back and close this gap and then take off, but let's just see. It's a lot of good positive news in the media right now. Let's see here. What is this? Yeah, like breaking news. I got breaking news. Dow surge. Dow surged more than 10,000 points after China and U.S. agreed to temporary tariffs cuts. All right. So that's some positive news. That's what's that report came out in the pre-market and caused this gap up, momentum to the upside. Let's just see if it's gonna continue. Is this gonna be the zone that it create? This is the 15-minute. One more minute. We'll go back to the 5-minute. Let's see. Ideally, this would be the time that I would think I'm gonna buy a call option right now on the SPY. Let's just see. It might pull back. There's no guarantee. I have to take my glasses off because I can't see and put my glasses on. Not 0 day. I'm gonna try the 2-day out. I'm looking at the strike price of, I'll just go for the strike price right here, 574 strike price. I'm gonna buy one contract right here, one contract. Let's see here. Hold on a minute. Let's wait. Let's see here. Let me go to the 1 minute. See what it looked like. Oh yeah. Let's try this out. About one. All right. I'm in. I got a real tight stop loss, 5% stop loss. I bought one contract just to give it a shot. We at the bottom of the RSI on the 1 minute. I might need to give a little bit more room, more than 5%. So let's do that. All right. So it's saying, what am I looking at? I'm on the spot. Yeah, because it's saying that I'm up, but it's, oh, I bought a put and wasn't even trying to. I better sell that. Look at that. I bought a put and wasn't even trying to. So I just made $10 right quick. So let's see here, but it looked like it might go down. I should have just left the stop loss. How did I do that? I mean, that's on the 1 minute. Let's look at the 2 minute, 4 minute. They might pull it back. They might attempt to come and reclaim half this candle at least. So I'm gonna put a. I might be giving a little bit too much information, like confuse people. But just to know that a lot of times, many times, um, when a stock run up like this, it has a tendency to want to come back and reclaim at least half of a move like this, half of a move. So the way you see it, you can see it better on the 15-minute. So, or even 30 minutes. This is pre-market, so I think it can come back down. Maybe like would like to come back and retest somewhere right at halfway, or it can bounce off where it is and continue up to the upside or pull back to here and then some, or they might attempt to come pull it back down and close this gap. But we have to just wait and see. So 5 minute, we still sitting on support right here. We sitting on support. Let me straighten it out, make it bigger. All right, we're still sitting on support. All right, let's go back here. We go back to stretch it out on the daily so I can see what's going on. All right. Yeah, we are on the daily. We are above the 200 EMA. So it's a very good possibility. It might want, it's a very good possibility that it wants to come back and retest 573. So I'm going to put technical right here, 573 right here, support. All right. If we continue to the upside, I see 584. Yes, 584 right here. Right there. Right there. All right. All right. On the 5 minute, we have it's sitting the RSI. It's sitting close to the bottom of the RSI, bottom of close to the 30. So let's see. At the moment, at the moment, the daily candle is red at the very moment. There's a huge gap between. It gapped up pretty big. It gapped up from. We have a gap from 567. It just over the weekend or in the pre-market gapped up from 563 to where we are now. Five to where we are now. Five actually came up all the way up to 582. So let's see if we're gonna just see if this news catalyst is gonna cause it to come, to go up further from here, or we have to just see. I think we're gonna get a move this morning. It's just some good news catalyst. There's some good news when it comes down to these tariffs. All right. All right. I think I'm gonna get a call option right here. I'm looking at the 580. Let's see here. Looking at let's try the 584 strike price. It's 202. Matter of fact, I'm gonna go with the 584. 584 strike price. I went 2 days. Let's see what the day I went to on the 2 day out. I went 2 days out. Expiration. I'm looking at again the 580. We just do the 580, 584 strike price. And let's see here. I'm gonna buy one contract just to see right here. Tight stop loss at 5%. I'm in. See where it goes from here. I'm in. Because we hadn't really established the zone yet. We still have at least 8 minutes, 7 minutes before we have the first 30 minutes. About 10 minutes. I'm up 6% at the moment. Oh, where's let me put the RSI back on. I mean the VWAP. Let's put VWAP. Okay, we're still below VWAP. All right. So we might find some resistance right here. Let's see, it might be a little resistance right here. Oh, I got all these blue lines. This is what it was previously. These are targets right here. We're gonna make that red up there. All right, that's the first. That's where it can go if we can get above and get a candle to close above 581. All right, we get a or 582. We go into 584 and beyond. Okay, I'm up $16 on that one contract. See right here, we finding resistance right here at VWAP and the 9 EMA right here. Boom. Make that orange or make it a different color. All right. Got a little resistance right here. I'm up 23 bucks, which I'm gonna sell it because that's how smart money. Okay, it's pulling back on me. Hold on, let's see if we can get it pop back up. Then I'm gonna sell it. If not, I already got a new candle. Let's see if it's gonna blast through. It might. See a lot of green candles. See these green candles coming in right here. We got some volume coming in, just a little bit. See, we get some buyers to kind of push it up. They might pull it back. Probably should have just took the little profit. So, but just look at it like this right here. Just say, had I bought 10 contracts and just that little time, 10 contracts, you do 10 times 23. Okay, that's how much money I could have made from just that little move to right here and just sold it. That's how you do it. You know, you don't, you can't, that's what you call a base hit. Like now it's coming back down to where I paid for it and near about to now about to kick me out. But anyway, I I, I want to show everybody how to make money in these little small pops. That's the what smart money do. Smart money making money in these little small hits. I mean, just the little small pops. Because I had resistance here. I knew that it was I have support here, and I try to get in at support. But now it's pulling back to where I near paid for it and probably gonna kick me out. So I'm down $3. But this is support. So I think it's gonna go up, but I'm gonna leave it here. But anyway, you buy at support, sell at resistance. I saw that this was gonna be resistance right here. If you notice, I said resistance is right here at the VWAP, and then I drew a line right here in the 9. And then guess what? It came up and tested it and pulled right back. So we still in this. We're actually in this zone right here. So I'm down $2 now. I was up $23. So imagine if I had bought 5 contracts. That's $100, at least a little over $100. Take it. Breakouts are when the candle closes above the major support and resistance. This is pretty much creating the zone, I would say. I hadn't even drawn out what I call my golden box zone. We get that once we get at least 30 minutes in, which this look beginning to look like the golden box zone. We're at 8:57, and so we might be getting our golden box zone right here between this and here. So far, this blue line here that I have is now acting as support. It can break it and come down and retest 576, but it can bounce and come and go up higher and retest 581 and perhaps even go higher. We have to just wait and see. Let's just wait and see. But we coming back retesting support right here, or we holding at support. I was just getting ready to try to sell that and take that 23 bucks. I buy more contracts once we get confirmation that we're going in a good direction. So let's just see if they're gonna pull it back. Maybe even try to come and come here somewhere, maybe right here, be better, or even come back and try to close the gap. And I can potentially just lose the $10 that I just made accidentally on a put. Yep, I'm out. So I just lost $7.56 of the $10 that I made earlier. Well, no, it's just factored it all in. So it gave the $10 back. Let's see. Yeah. So now I'm gonna wait and see if it's gonna establish. But just right here, if you had gotten in right here and sold at that support, bought it, I mean sold it just resistance, that gold line of resistance that I have. If you had bought it anywhere from this blue line or even just this little bit, just a little below here, when these two candles ran up, man, you can make a lot of money just right there. That the amount of contract, based on the amount of contracts you buy. So far, it's still holding up as support. Um, we still got support right here. But anyway, we're at the whole 30 minutes now. Okay, so now we've established our golden box zone. This is our whole 30 minutes right here. Now I'm going to take this right here and put another support and resistance right here from the top of this candle. Let me change the color, not just make it blue today. Let's make it blue, I guess. I can't hardly see it. Let's make it green. In between the greens. Now this is the zone you trade in right here. All right. Okay. Let's go and see here. Okay. The as it stands, the bears are still in control. The daily candle is red. So now you want to see if a candle gonna open and close below. I'm gonna turn. Matter of fact, let me do this here. This is our gold box zone. Gold box zone of trading right here. Let me draw it out. This is what we're trading in this zone. All right, or right here. Okay. Let's stretch this out. Now I'm gonna trade in this zone right here. I'm gonna move this middle line. It's still acting as a support. So I'm going to trade this. This is high risk, but here's it. Scared money don't make money. I'm gonna go back to that 584. See, I wanted to buy it right here on the line. The Bears are still in control, but we can trade this zone. 580. Get a cheaper one. 585. Man, it's already taken off. I wanted to buy it right there on the line. I wanted to buy it on this line and then carry it up to the next line and hopefully break through and come up to here. I want to wait. I missed my entry. I missed my entry that I would like to take. Man, I wanted to get in right here. Right here. Let me make that yellow. I wanted to get in right there, but I missed my entry. Keep getting all these alerts. All right. All right. Got a couple of people in the chats. Give me a thumbs up. Let me know where you at. Got a couple of people in the chat. Hit me up in the live chat. Let me know you're alive. All right. Okay. Still hadn't made any decision. Now, this is what we're waiting on now. I can either buy here and trade in this gold box, or for a breakout, you want a candle to open and close below the line, below this bottom line here. I'm gonna make this line red. You want a candle to open and close red below this line, because this right here from the top of this box, this gold box, is 30 minutes. How you doing, Sister Champagne? It's 30. That's a full 30 minutes. Let me go to the 30-minute chart and let you see that. See that? That's a whole 30-minute candle right there. Right? Okay, that's the whole 30 minutes. And so you go, I'm gonna go, and once you establish that zone, then you want to go back in the morning time, and this time like 9:30 all the way up to like 11 o'clock. You want to use the 5 minute to 10 minute, 10 minute, 5 minute, 2 minute, 1 minute, and stuff. You can do. You're going to use that. Okay, but you want a candle to open and close below this bottom line right here. This bottom of the bottom of the gold box, or for a breakout to the top, you want a candle to open and close above the line. Anything that you take, let me make that green, and you want it to open and close green above the line for a chance of a breakout of the a chance of a breakout that it goes up higher from here. Go like once they get above this line, a lot of buyers come in and it's a breakout, whatever, and they just run the price to the moon. Let me make these go since they already there. My gold box right here. Make that orange. Make this orange right here. Trying to color code it to make it. And this is a center line. I was gonna make this a center line, although I don't usually use this line for that, but I'm gonna make a center line right here, because this is trading in this box at this very moment, and you can make money. You can make money. I'm trying to show you how you can do it. See, it came from it. Just look at the white line right here in the middle. When it came down, it hit the bottom of the bottom of the gold box, came up and touched the white line again in the center, and then it pulled back down. Now it's trying to make an attempt back up to the center line again. I'm not saying it created a double bottom, but you see that. So if you got in right here, that's a nice little, I mean, it's hard for me to explain, but once you get to trading, once you start trading options, you get used to this and you understand how options operate and how they work. Man, that's just from that little spot to here is a lot of money, depending on the amount of contracts that you buy. Smart money is making money here. Let me explain what smart money. Can I explain that to you guys right quick? This is how smart. This is what they call smart money. Smart money are not looking at making home. They don't care about a breakout. They're not sitting there waiting on it to do this, to break out to the upside or break down or break out to the downside. Smart money make money off of percentage wise. Percentage wise in the sense that if I put if they bought $100,000 worth of contracts, they only wanted to move 5 to 6 to 10%. If you get your calculator, pull your calculator out, and you see and you put in there $100,000 times 15% or times 10%, that's a lot of money. That's all that's a lot of money. For example, I can do it here. I'll just say let's say $60,000 worth of contracts, right? Times 5%. Let's do that. That's $3,000. They'll take it. And they only put out of the $60,000 to make $3,000 off a 5% move. They only put at risk because they putting a stop loss on it. They only putting at risk maybe $500, $400 to make $3,000 in seconds. And so right now, I would just call this I call it the gold box zone because I'm only doing that to try to create something for you to be able to follow, to kind of understand. I don't need any of this stuff. I can just jump. I mean, I've been doing it now for so long. I just see what I see, and I can just get in the trade. So I'm just giving y'all a visual, um, of where the supports and resistance and all of that. But anyway, they making money right now. They making money. They've already made their money and got out. And they just waiting on another opportunity, or they waiting on it to continue to hit this support, and they're gonna just keep making money. They will make money right here, just like this. If they do this all day, they will make money. And trade like a if you trade like smart money, you're gonna make money in increments rather than making a lump sum, or trying to make a lump sum, or what some call a home run, trying to get a home run, which is a breakout. You make more money if you would just take base hits. You go from one base to the next. Keep taking those keep taking small hits, and it will grow and get bigger over time. But if you keep trying to hit home runs, you're gonna hold on. You will stay in a trade too long, and you overstay your welcome. And if you overstay your welcome, you'll be in profit, just like I just showed you guys. I was trying to sell it, but I'm running my mouth. Um, I wanted to get out. When I got in, I was up. I only bought one contract. Look at this. And this candle right here, when I got in right here when this candle was getting ready to close. But less than 5 minutes, I was up 24, 23, $24. I could have just sold that. But just imagine had I bought 30 contracts with that same mindset. So you say 30 contracts times, um what was that? 20, what I said, $24? That's $720 in less than what? Less than 5 minutes. And each contract that I purchased at the time, it was like $150, and I put a 5% stop loss. I was only willing to lose $10, which means 30 contracts. I was only willing to lose. Let me see here, 10 times 30, right? $300 if I had to put it per contract. But of course, I would have made it a little thinner than that. I would have put $50 at risk. So I would have moved my stop loss real tight, just in case if the market turned around and flush out and kick me out. I'm, you got to be willing to lose if you're gonna do this. You got to be willing to take risk. I'm gonna tell you right now, if you're trading crypto, if you're trading stocks, if you're trading options, for sure, you're going to lose money. All right, it's not. And so the way you approach this is that you mitigate your losses, or you keep your losses small, but you keep your wins big. So to keep from blowing up your account, you buy small. You buy whatever you buy, and you put a stop loss. I'm going to show you guys. I'm working on a tutorial now showing you how to use a stop loss and when to place it, or using this Webull. This Webull, in my opinion, Webull has the best setup when it comes down, or the best platform when it comes, in my opinion, when it comes to trading options. I'm gonna do a with that. I'm gonna do a tutorial on their turbo trading platform, on feature that, man, helps you get in and out of this trade quickly, or more efficiently. But anyway, I'm now waiting because I'm running my mouth. I'm waiting on another setup now. I'm not gonna touch it. It's already close to my center line. But anyway, you keep your losses small, and then you keep your wins big. So you get in, you put a stop loss. If it kick you out, fine. If you're not sure about a trade, you're not sure about what the direction is, you don't buy a bunch of contracts at one time. You test the waters by buying one contract, see what it's gonna do. See where it is, see how it's going to perform. If it kick you out, then you say, okay, then I bought one contract for I bought one contract and it was $100. I'm only willing to lose $10 out of the $100. Well, I get in, I put a 10% stop loss on it. That's it. I'm not going to buy anymore until I see the momentum come in, see buyers. If I'm buying a call, I want to see that buyers are flooding in, pushing the price up, and then if I see that we're coming to a potential breakout, or if a candle close above wherever I have my resistance, then I would scale in. That means that once it take off, I will just buy a few more, and then when it comes to, or when it gets to my next level of resistance, I either sell all, or I will sell some of them and sell most of them and leave a couple of them. That means I've locked in my profits. And then I will put a stop. Of course, I will continue to have a stop loss on all of them. Or as it runs up, I would just keep moving my stop loss up. Just keep moving as it runs up. I would just move my stop loss and keep everything in profit. But anyway, at the end of the day, um, you want to have a stop loss. But notice right here, now we're coming back to this center line. I'm looking at this. See how it came from here? Now we at this center line again. Let me make it big so you can see it. Let me stretch it out. There we go. You can see it better now. Can y'all see that? I might have had it a little bit too small. Let me make it big. There we go. Let me move VWAP. That band is too thick, so you can see that. All right, let me do this. Hold on a second. Move that line right there. All right. Now, this white line, again, is acting as a resistance. I got it as a center line of resistance, okay? So we at the bottom. So if I had a guy in here, man, that's a nice little chunk of change right here. Good gracious. Whoa. It could have made some nice little money right there. Let me tighten this up right here. Boom. Make this a little tighter right here. Boom. It's my gold line. All right. This white line is that I have in the middle here. This whole gold box is the trade zone. This is the trade zone. All right. Let's see here. Okay, I do see buyers coming in, although the bears are still in control. The daily candle is still red, but I do like the fact that I see a nice wick coming out of the bottom of that candle, signifying a move to the upside. Buyers are coming in, but the bears are still in control. The bears mean sellers. The sellers are still here, and they holding the fork right here. See how they won't let it go. They hadn't allowed it to go past this white line. It came up and bounced off of this line. So smart money, again, smart money. Look, they could have got in right here, bought a put, and as soon as it moved down, sold it. They're not waiting on the candle. Just so you understand, they're not waiting on the candle to close. When they see profit, they just take it. That's how it works. Does that understand, people? Once you see profit, take it. If you got in and you up anywhere in this box, just say if you trading, now this right here is the highest risk. You are definitely trading in a high risk. I didn't mean to move it. You're trading in a high risk zone here. So I got it chalked out for you. You can make money in here, but just take the small hits. Take the base hit. If you bought $100 worth of contract, you bought one contract, it was $100, and you see $15, $20, sell it. Just sell it. As long as we in this zone, just sell it. Don't try to move the stop loss up. In my opinion, I wouldn't. I'm not moving the stop loss. I'm selling it. If I bought here, let me do this again. If I bought here and it gets to my center line of resistance, I'm selling. I'm selling right there. Period. I'm not trying to see if it's gonna keep going up. because from here to here, I just made $500, $400, $100, $50, $20 based on the amount of contracts that I purchased. I want to try to teach people to just go on and take the profits, take the small profits. So based on the size of your account, if you're working with, just say for example, a $500 account, you have a $500 account. That's what you have. That's what you have to trade. You're gonna trade with $500 on a $500 account. Then I would tell you what contracts you need to buy or to trade. And if we come here, you buy one contract, and let's say if your one contract costs $100, and it moved from you got here, and it did a move like this right here. What you see now, it went from this yellow line down here from the bottom here, and it came up to here, or it came up to here. And any time you saw from here to here, you saw $15, and you just or $100. I mean, you saw $15, $10, and you only bought a contract that was $100, but now it's up 10% or 15%, and you made $15. Take the $15. Don't let it just come back down, right? Because what can happen is that you just lose the whole $15. If, for example, if this happened, you got in here, right here where I am, it came up to here, and you now up $15. You think it's gonna come on, you think it's gonna come up here and up here. That's what you hoping. And you didn't take profit. This is this is what can happen. It look like it's happening here, even what we're saying, what I'm teaching now. You sitting there, wait, you could have took profit right here. You didn't. Now look at it, look how it's coming back down. Look at that. You got in here, it ran all the way up here. You could have took profit here and here. You had two times. You didn't take those profits. Now guess what? It's coming back down, and eventually it could possibly come back down, right, to where you paid for it. And if it break this zone, it can come down and then kick you out of a stop loss that you had down here. And then you end up losing when you could have just took the $15, and now you lost $10 or $15. Just take the profit. That's how you win. And then when there's a breakout, man, when I tell you, when a breakout happened, when if a breakout happened, which this looked like a breakout, this would be considered a breakout candle. See that how long that candle is? Man, a candle start moving like that, and it just start pumping like that, and then and all the rest of the candles after that start going up like that. That's a breakout. You know, it would be moving so fast, and you it would just move so fast that you would just know that it's a breakout. I don't know how to explain it. You just know it's a breakout. And you at that point now, you just keep moving your stop loss up. You just move, like I'm looking at this candle over here, this over here. You see that? That's what I'm looking at over there. And so that's a break. That what a breakout look like. Boom. And then all the following candles just keep going up for the rest of the day. You know, that's a breakout. And stuff like that, you can just keep moving your stop loss up, keep moving it up. All right, move it up. And then once you move your stop loss up two or three times, you can just say, okay, then I'm in profit. I can sell half of them, leave one, or leave all of them if you want to. It don't matter at that point on the breakout, and just see where the market is going to go for the rest of the day. And every 5 minutes, every 5 minutes, you come back and see, okay, 5 minutes, they still holding right here. They holding right here. I keep it. Because if it come down, you still in profit. You can just leave it there, right? But then you come and you see that it moved up some. Well, you might want to move your stop loss up a little bit more, which in this case you would have got kicked out eventually. But it don't matter. You still kicked out. You've made the money, made good money, made more money that you anticipated. It's anything extra is great. And if they turn around and turn it if they turn around and flush it, you're good. You don't care because you made all your money anyway. So I think it was when that was Thursday. Thursday I was asleep and I just woke up and Trump was saying something that was, I don't know if it was good news or bad news. I think it was some good news. I can't remember, but anyway, I saw it in the charts, and I just traded the momentum. I jumped in and made about $460 in about 10 minutes, and when I made the $400, I think I got up to like 460 something, and I kind of looked greedy in this guy in me a little bit, and I jumped in and I bought just one contract, but I put a real small tight stop loss on it because I saw the momentum trying to go up just a little bit more. And it did eventually, but my stop loss was so tight it kicked me out because I didn't want to give up any of my gains. That $400 move that I made, I didn't want to give that up, any of it, really. And at the end of the day, I end up with $411 with that little small tight stop loss that I had. And I think I gave it a little bit more room, and then it kicked me out. And then I was finished for the day. I'm done. I made what, $411 in about 10 minutes. Man, I'm out. Um, so yeah, so now you just got to take profit when you see it. See that? See what I'm saying? You just don't know what it's gonna do. So basically, it's trading in this box right here. You can make money in this box until it breaks out to the downside or it breaks out to the upside. All right, it can go either way at this point. You just have to wait it out. Now, given that on the daily, I'm still rather bearish, although I do see a nice little wick that's now getting smaller. I'm more, I see pressure to the downside on the daily. That it's a good possibility they might flush it out. So again, this is still support. You can buy right here, hope for a bounce up again, jump if you do. If you trade in this zone, get in, get up, get out, which means get in, you see profit, take it. All right. But a breakout to the downside, which could very well happen, could very well happen at any moment. Excuse me. It can very well happen. But we will want a candle to, oh, uh-oh, I got to take that off. We want this candle to open, a candle to open and close below the bottom of the box, the gold box. We want a candle to open and close red, and then we can just ride puts to, we can ride puts. All right. This would be a level of, this could potentially be a level of resistance. I mean, support right here. And then this is a target or a support here. If we lose this line right here, we definitely coming all the way back down to 565, which would close a huge gap. That right there would be a serious breakout. You can make a lot of money on a put if it fall like that. So let's see. If y'all have any questions, ask me a question in the chat. If you have any questions, am I making sense? It sounds like I'm rambling. I hope I'm making sense. Anybody still with me? If you have a question, let me know in the chat. I'm looking to see if any. I see um, a couple of people live, 3 people. Anybody have any questions? Ask me a question. Okay, let's see here. We kind of breaking out to the downside here. We need a candle to close, open and close red below before we consider buying a put. Again, I'm working on a tutorial um, on how to buy, call options, put options using Webull, how to set a stop loss. I'm also going to be putting together some tutorials on understanding options. What's a delta, or the Greeks, the Greeks that are important, most important. You have the delta, you have the theta, um, you have volume, you have implied volatility, you have open interest, strike price, a spread. All those things are very important. Um, um, all those things are very important things to know, because it helps you decide on which contract to buy. Someone was asking me, like, how you know what contract to buy, how you know which ones to buy. Well, well, which strike price to buy. Well, you know that because you understand the Greeks. You understand what a delta is. You understand what theta is. You understand what a spread is. You understand what open interest. Once you understand those things, that's what helps you determine. Um, that's what helps you determine what strike price that fits your budget, or fits what you can afford to buy. All right, within your with your account. So if you have a $500 account, you have to go and shop to find what is the best strike price with the best open interest and delta that's going to pay you the most money, and how long you got to execute that trade, and how much you'll lose on theta. All right, so that's why the delta, or the Greeks, or the gamma, all these things are very important, or are important for you to know what trade to get in. No one I learned that on my own. Also, leap options. Okay, let's see, we got 4 more minutes on this candle. I we're gonna see if this candle we have currently, see, it's red. I want it to close. I see that it's moving. I'm fine. I want this candle to close below this box right here. Come back to what I was saying. We need this candle to close now. We needed to close red. Let me put VWAP back up. We're definitely below VWAP. Now I'm gonna show you something that I like to keep an eye on as well. I'm gonna give you another little gem right here. Let me make sure I'm not drawing up. I need this candle to close red. We got 3 minutes. Let me go back to the daily. Uh, so no questions. All right, I see I'm here, just soaking it all in. Not yet. Okay, let me go here. Um, this candle right here, the current candle. Can y'all see that? Yeah, I'm sure y'all can. Let me look at it on my side. Let's see how big it looks. I'm watching this on YouTube as well. Oh yeah, you can see it. I need this candle right here to close red. If it closed red, that would be my first that would be a confirmation to the downside. However, because it's down here close, look at the RSI. We already sitting at the RSI, at the bottom of this RSI, which is another indicator that we use to see if a stock is oversold or overbought. If it fall below that line, it is considered overbought. So these two lines at the bottom down here, if that purple line fall below, that means we are in oversold territory. Now it can bounce off this line and come back up. So you have to keep an eye on all of that stuff. Um, that's me just teaching you how to trade. But when you guys, let me get rid of that. What happened? There it is down here. Oh, that's pretty cool. All right. So when you guys get ready to start taking some trades and you day trading with me, I will alert you on when I'm getting in. So do y'all understand? You have to, you enter at your own risk. All right. So I can't tell you to buy, hold, and sell and all of that. But you know you enter in your own, you enter in at your own risk. You take, this is very risky. I'm going to teach you everything that I know. You got to use a stop loss. I'm telling you, if you follow the disciplines, you will make money. You're going to lose money, but you're going to make way more money than you lose. Just look at your losses as the cost of operations. You know, it's just a risk. You know, if you own a grocery store, you're gonna lose some money from time to time. We How many minutes? We got 49 now. Okay, I'm looking at puts. All right, just pardon me when I just stop talking, um, because I'm trying to teach and I'm trying to take a trade at the same time. So this candle is about to close. Now I'm shifting my mindset to puts, and I'm now looking at the 5 7. Let me see here. Not enough open interest on that. Oh, well, I had to go to a different time frame because there's not enough open interest. Ooh, on the puts. Open interest is very important. You need at least 1,000. So all the open interests are on the cheaper ones. The delta, let's see, yeah, they all on the cheap ones. Very cheap. Oh man, I might have to look at the doggone 0 day then. I don't like 0 days, but that might be where most of the people are. Yep, and they cheaper. I'm about to get it. I'm gonna have to do 0 day. I'm looking at the 571. I'm about to buy one contract. No, I'm gonna buy two. Boom! I just bought two contracts. Did I buy two? Yeah, I bought two contracts. Puts. I'm gonna put my stop loss a little bit further back. So when I'm like this, I give a little bit more room on my. I don't use a tight stop loss. I give it some room, so I'm willing to lose whatever I lose because it can turn around and shoot back up. So I'm down $3 right now. I still see bears, but it can turn around. They can manipulate it. They know people getting in. They know people trading this stuff. Let's see what they're gonna do. Are they going to run it back up and take? You ain't gonna take my stop loss out like that. Yeah, they're gonna kick me out. They stop loss hunting right now. Okay, I'm down $7. Oh, it just kicked me out. Okay, hold on. I'm still bullish. I'm about to buy two more contracts then. I'm gonna wait till it shoot back up a little bit. If it do, let's see what happened here. Look at this right here. This is another indicator. Look at all these reds, more red than green. They're just trying to do a little manipulation right now, but it's probably gonna fall. Let's see. This is why you put a stop loss. I'm back in. This is my third. This is my second attempt. Oh man, I forgot. I can't put my stop loss too tight. I had my stop loss too tight. I have a preset stop loss, but I don't want to put it at 5%. That's too tight right here. You got to give it some room. Keep in mind, we are still at the bottom of this RSI too. So matter of fact, let me go to the 10 minute. Let's see what it look like on the 10 minute. How much room we got to the downside. Yeah, we got a little bit more room to go down. But look at that wick. See when it came down here on the 10 minute, the price came all the way down. Then some buyers came back in and pushed it back up. I think that's a little bit market manipulation. Yeah, you have to kind of factor that in. I still see it going down, so I'm about to get right back in. I just bought two more. What happened? Okay, let me change this junk here. This 10 minute. Hold on a minute. Boom. Now let me just add a stop loss. I can't do that one. Now there we go. I'm jumping out as soon as I jump in. It's kicking me out. Oh no. So what I did, I switched from buying. I switched from my buy the axe and automatically put a stop loss because it's kicked me right out. As soon as I jump in, it's just kicking me right out, which means that they making money off of me. So I just went to just me buying, like, manually bought 2 contracts and then set my own stop loss, and I set it at 15%. Okay, let's just see if it's gonna. Let's see what's gonna happen. You have to give it some time. It might not go in my favor, but I wanted to make sure I have a nice gap. I don't want to get kicked out too quick because it can bounce off of this. It can really. Oh man, they really doing some stop loss hunting right now. Okay, if it get kicked out of this time, I'm just gonna let it go and just wait for it. Just wait. Yeah. Let's see here. They might be ready to just take it to the top. All right. They might be ready to break out. It's about to kick me out again. I'm down $13. It's about to kick me out. If it jump up a little bit higher than this, I'm out. It's gonna Yeah, I'm gonna be kicked out. If it don't flush down from here and it jump up or shoot up, pop up a little bit, it'll kick me out. Let's see. Still see pressure to the downside, but oh, I'm talking about it's right on it, right on it. Let's see here. It's all good. Yeah, I think they're gonna try to run it back up. I'm not gonna move my stop loss. Probably out. Yep. I don't know if y'all can hear it on my thing. Boop. That's letting you know they kicked me out if you can hear that. All right. So now the bottom of the goal box has now become resistance. So let's see if it's gonna blast through there. They might be ready to just go on and shoot it up higher today. I don't know. Let's see. Matter of fact, let's go out a couple of. Let's see. Why did it stop right here? I'm gonna put a line there to see why did it stop there. It came here and stopped. That's why. Let's go back in time. Let's do some time traveling. Came to here. Why? Oh, okay. I see a support. It's just one candle. Let's see here. One. Okay, two. Oh, okay. I see why. All right. I guess that's taking half of that candle then. From here to here. They got half. They The reclaim of most of the candle was right here. I had it right here. So I'm just up just a little bit. That ain't bad. So that is the support right here on this white line. All right, there's too many markings. I'm going to take some of that off. It's too much. So we might have hit a support that bounce, and hopefully we get us a breakout. Man, I'll take it if it comes. I sure will. All right, this line right here is that one. And move that one. All right, we're going back into our gold box. I'm still, it's the Bears are still in control. The daily candle. Let me show you on the daily. See that? See that candle right there? Just let you guys see that right there. See that candle right there? It's red, which means the Bears are in control. That candle right there, that's the day. That's today's candle. That's all of this trading right here. All of this trading right here. not this over here. Let me take that off. Just this is today. These three candles, these three 30-minute candles. We are currently, this green candle right here is the current green candle. Is is happening right. It's what's we trading. That's what's on now. That's what's current. All right. Um, but notice that this candle right here, and I guess I need to do a lesson on candles and stuff, candlesticks. But this is the daily candle. This girl named Terry with Trading Travel. She have a free video. It's a minute. It's a lot of videos. I mean, a lot of YouTube videos to kind of help you understand candlesticks. You can see the price action in the candlesticks, like this right here. For example, you see that? You see how this big gulf, this big box right here, right? You got the big box, but then you got this long wick coming out the bottom of it like that. That's telling you that buyers have came in and pushed the price up to this point right here. That buyers are in, which is although it's red, the bears are technically still in control, meaning that there's a lot of sellers in this box. That's why it's so red. But you can also see the let this not here, come back over here. All right, let me do this. You can also see the sellers coming in, or you can see the sellers because of that wick pulling out the bottom there. That means that they pushing the price. They're trying to push the price up, and hopefully they can come up and push the price, push it all the way up and turn this thing green, and then they go up through and create a big candle. Oh, now this is a breakout. Let me show y'all a breakout candle. Let me show y'all a breakout candle while we waiting. And then if I don't get a good confirmation, I'm gonna show you something else right quick before we go. All right, look at that. See that candle right there? Look at that candle. That's a breakout candle. Most of the time, breakout candles or breakouts happen when there's some real good news catalyst. This is a daily candle right here, and it just ran up all that day. I mean, man, it took off. That was a beautiful day right there. All right, but then the next day, that was because of Trump. When Trump came out and said something, I forgot what he said that day, but yeah, it was that, that was a beautiful man. Sister Leslie, as you remember, I was out there. I called her. I'm telling her, oh yeah, that's our president and all that old stupid stuff. But I was excited because I knew where it was going. And then the next day it pulled back. I mean, it just took half of it, more than half of it back. That run right there, it came back and took more than half of it back. But it was a lot of money made that day right there, boy. I mean, good lord. And then it kind of went back up, and then it pulled back, and so now we made what we call as a higher high. We going higher high here, higher high, higher high, right? And then we probably gonna have a pullback or whatever, and then it'll shoot back up and make another higher high. Okay, so that's how that works. But okay, we getting some movement here. See what they're gonna do. All right, this day trading, folks. You gotta have patience. You gotta have patience. You just gotta have patience. This day trading. If you don't have patience with day trading, you're not gonna make any money. All right. This is on the 30 minutes. Let's go back to the 15-minute. Look, it actually created a flag here, but I'm not gonna get into flag patterns right now because I don't want to confuse you. All right. Okay. So now found support. Actually, I'm gonna move this up. We actually found support here. All right. It bounced off of this. When I looked at it on the daily, this would be the support. All right. So it bounced off of this support, and now we're making our way back up to this center line right here. Again, ideally, this would have been the confirmation to the downside right here, but we had a couple of things that was in our way. Let me make this bigger. This candle was the confirmation candle. It opened and it closed red. The only thing that I saw that could be a potential problem from it continuously falling, one of the things at least, is that when it came here, we was real close to the bottom of the 30 on the RSI. Another thing that I saw, I just didn't point it out, is that on the MACD, all the way here at the bottom, see the pink is already down here, signifying that it wants to curve up and come back up. So those were two catalysts that stopped this, or two indicators, or two confirmations, or whatever you want to call it, that prevented it from just, let me grab this, just from turning green and coming down, and then come down to here. Instead, it bounced off of the kind of rather bounced off of the bottom of the RSI, or right here. They decided to bounce off here. They knew people bought this thing. They did a little stop loss hunt here, knocked us out, and then turn around, and now they're trying to run it back up. So that's fine. That's why you put a stop loss. That's why the stop loss is very important. So let me see here. Let me go back here. Let me see how much I'm down today. So far, I'm down $35 because of those two times when I had the stop loss too tight. As soon as I jumped in, it was taking me right back out because I had my stop loss too tight. And then that last go around, which again, I'm just down $35 right now. I'm waiting on a good setup. It might not happen this morning. It might not happen this morning. If not, I'll come back later on. Not on the live, but I'll come back and look at it later on. Maybe while I'm at the gym. I'm gonna go to the gym in a little while. Get my workout in. See right here. Look at that. See how it found resistance at the VWAP. Look at that. Let me make that big. The VWAP. This is the VWAP band. Oh, that was another thing that while I see this, there was another thing. It's just so many things be running through my mind, but I didn't. Oh, this was another thing that I forgot to show you guys. I was getting ready to tell you, but I stopped. And I just come back and watch the video. Just come back and watch it several times to you, and that's how you learn. But this center line right here, that white center thing. Let me move the center line right here. Can I hide that? Let's see if I can hide this. Nope, I'm just gonna move it. I don't need it. Just move it. See the VWAP right here, this white one? Let me make it thicker. Let's make it thicker. Let's make it a little bit thicker than that. There we go. Okay. All right. See how it came in, and that center line right there is acting as resistance. This VWAP, it can break past it, but right now it came all the way up to the line and it stopped. One of the things that I want to show you that I like about the VWAP band. Watch this. I'm gonna turn the VWAP off. You're gonna see this green band, this outer band, this light green band, and this white line disappear. All right. That's called the VWAP. The VWAP is actually this line that's in the middle right here. All right. And I think what was the name of the VWAP? The volume, I think, yeah, the volume weighted average price, right? Um, Notice that it's acting as a resistance. But with the VWAP line, they have what is called the VWAP band. That's what I was going to show you guys earlier, which I should have known. I should have thought about this, and I could have traded the VWAP band. Notice that anytime it comes out of the band, when it make a full close, let me make it big so you can see the band. Or maybe I should put some lines on the band. How about that? Maybe you'll be able to see the band better if I add. Let me add some lines to the band itself. Upper band, bottom band. All right. And I guess I just make the color green, dark green or whatever. No, I just make it this green right here. All right. This green right here. And matter of fact, how about I just make them thick so y'all can see the bands better. I'm only doing this so you can so you can see it visually better. All right, okay. All right. Now you see the top of this, the line on the top of this band and the bottom band. Notice that when a candle open and close below the band, it has a tendency to want to come back in the band, inside this green band here, right? If you go back and look at some of the previous ones, like not yesterday, not Friday, because Friday was flat. See, Friday was flat, but you can see it. Yeah, you can see it even on that Friday, although it was not a great day. See how it fell all the way out past the line of the band right here, and then it finally hit bottom, whatever, and it came back in the band. Look at the day. Look at that Thursday over here. Same thing. When it came out of the band, it tends to want to go back in the band. Comes out of the band. So anytime you buy out of the band, and it look like it's some upward momentum, it can come back in the band. That was a breakout day right here. That was a breakout day right there. Look at that. See that? This is on the 5 minute. This is a breakout. Woo. All right. But notice even when it comes out of the band, that was a breakout right there. This was a breakout day. This is a breakout right here. Oh, yes. Yes, we could have made a lot of money. But eventually it came back what? Inside of this green band right here. Eventually. So it has a tendency to come back in the band. So in the band. So as long as it's running, I won't touch it. But as soon as it start making its way back down, and like this candle right here touching the band, then yeah, I would have buy a put and just caught that little small pop back into the band. But if it's that, if it's this far out of the band, this too much of a gap, I wouldn't touch that. I would just because it might continue to run to infinity. But anyway, I don't know who these people keep hitting me up on this. I'm getting an influx of people hitting me up on Telegram, uh, trying to get me to join a lot of this stuff. I don't know who they are. Okay, so now, well, this center line is still acting as a resistance. Again, for a breakout for us at this point, we waiting on the candle to open and close above, open and close above the gold box line. It need to be green to catch the wave to the upside or break out to the upside. And of course, we want the same thing if we want to look at puts to the downside. But since we're not getting either, we stuck in this green box. I mean, in this golden box, which is smart money, just making a lot of money. There's a lot of traders making money too that know how to trade this zone. Somebody just made a lot of money from here to here. Okay, breaking news. Breaking news, Trump signed order aiming to cut some U.S. drug prices to match lower ones abroad. Not enough news to move the market right now. They need something like China just said, hey, okay, enough with the tariffs. What we need to do, let's close and make a deal. The market would go to the moon. And all right, let's look at this. All right. Now, one more thing, and I got to go. Well, I don't have everybody gone. Let's see here. No more. All right. What time is it? It's 9:57. I'll just do a separate video and share with everybody some things that I think that I want to share with you about leap options. So here we go. This is trading, day trading 101. It's just we're not getting a whole lot. We're not at the moment. We're not getting any breakouts. No breakouts are happening. Of course, this is a tradable time. This is some tradable moments. You just gotta wait. Just gotta wait. This would be considered rather for in a breakout setting rather choppy right now. All right. There's not no major move to the up or to the down. Okay. Um, let's see here. Do I want to show them this? What time? Because I'm about to be finished here in 2 minutes. All right. I'm gonna show you all one thing on Leap options right quick. Okay. This not doing anything. I'm down $35. I'll make my money back later on today, but right now they hadn't made a definitive decision on where they want to go with this right now. It can change at any moment. But I want to show you something about Leap options right quick. Let me slide this over. All right. Look at this right here. Okay, and this is one of my portfolios right here that I have with Nvidia in one of my portfolios, and I have 100. Notice right here, I have 100. I have 100 shares, a little over 100 shares. I got 101 shares. All right, I'm up. I'm up higher than this now because I did this Friday. I screenshotted this Friday, so but it's up higher than that right now. My total value of this. But I just want to show you something about Leap options that I like. And, real quickly, I bought these stocks right here. I bought 100 shares at the same time that I bought some options at the same time. You see right here, my equity, I got it's saying 11,000, but notice over here in my options, it's 12,000, right? I mean 19,000. I want you to notice that I paid my total cost for all my shares that I bought in Nvidia. When I bought these shares right here, I bought the options the same day, right? I bought the option that I bought $10,000 worth, right? Notice that it's up 12%, which means I'm up $1,200, little roughly 1298, but $1,300, right? But notice, and I bought them on the same day. Notice now, this is how every time. For those of you that have watched the videos that have a basic idea of the delta, how the delta works. Every time the delta move, your delta, every time the stock price move up, the current stock price from the time you entered, every time it move up $1 move, you get whatever the delta is, right? And so every dollar move, now you get the delta. So if the delta is $50, $60, $70, whatever the delta is, $10, 15, whatever. Every time the stock price moves in your favor by $1, you're gonna get whatever the delta is and the gamma. All right, but I just focus on the delta, right? Per dollar move. Now, every time it moves $1 on the share itself, the stock itself, you only make $1 per share. So if you have 100 shares, like I have here, you have 100 shares. Every time Nvidia go up from 117 when it goes to 118, I'm only gonna get, excuse me, I don't know why I'm only gonna get $1, right? So if it go to 118, it's gonna be $1 for 100 shares. So that's $100 move, all right? Because that's I got 100 shares. So every time it moves $1, I'm gonna get $1 per each share or per share. Now let's look at this. Notice now I paid $10,000 for this. That's my total cost. I'm up $11,000 total. So that means I'm up just $1,300. All right. But now I bought these contracts the exact at the exact same time that I bought the that I bought these shares. I bought these option contracts. Notice it's up 62%. I paid $12,000 for these things, right? And I only have 6 contracts. Look at that. My expiration is what? January the 16th, 2026. That's how long I have before my contracts end. I have to that time. But look, every time it moves $1, every time it moves $1, I had to go back to show you that. I had to go back. I should have just screenshot it and show you my break even and all of that. Let me see what my my delta is. Let me go. I have to go to this and see how much is my delta real quick, and I gotta go. All right, let's see. What is my delta? My delta on this. I'm actually I'm up. I'm way up now because it probably was even higher than that this morning. So the delta on this, where is it? Here it is. Okay, the delta on this, I because of the contract that I bought or the strike price that I bought with the delta, my delta on this strike price is $80, $80, $80 and 75 cents, and then they give me an extra 60 cents on the gamma, right? And so every time I move up every time Nvidia goes up $1 per contract, they're gonna give me $80 per contract. So every time it moves up $1 on the shares, I only get $1 per share, but I get $80 per dollar move on each um on each dollar move up on the same stock. That's the power of options, leap option, and I have room. I have room for it to grow. I got all the way to the end of the year to let this just keep moving and growing and keep going higher. Of course, there's gonna be some pullbacks. I'm up this high, but then they're gonna pull back some, or whatever. That's fine. Um, my break even is like $116 now. If it break even, it was so that they moved the break even up because my break even at the time when I purchased these, the break even was, if I traded it now, the break even is 116, but my actual break even is 104. So because that's when I bought them, it was the time that I bought them. Now anybody else that buy this same contract, the break even for them would be 116. All right, but man, that's a lot of money. I'm in the money. I'm very much so in the money on these contracts. And God bless you. Matter of fact, I'm up 71% now. How much I'm up on Nvidia? I'm up 14% on this same contract. On this same stock, I'm up 15% on the stock itself, but I'm up 71% on the 6 contracts that I bought. I'm up profit wise $1,500 on the stock itself, 100 shares, but on my Nvidia options, my long call options, I'm up 8,000 at this very moment. 71%. Power options, you can make some good money in this. And I've been doing this now for the last 2 or 3 years. Especially since I've learned about stock options. Leap options. All right, folks. Let me see what it's doing. Yeah, it's not. We don't have nothing going on this morning. Of course, if I'd have wasn't running my mouth, I could have just made money from here to here. But I'm getting ready to go to the gym. Um, and yeah, I got to go get my workout in. I'll do it again in the morning. I'll try to do it. I don't have to go out of town this week, so I get up in the morning. We'll try it again. Okay.